Okay, maybe we'll just start with what happened on March 18, 2023, when ABIANS trooped out in their numbers to cast the vote. Just 4 days after that election, Governor Alex Otti was declared the winner by INEC. And I'm sure if you were around, even when you're not here in the state, wherever you were at that time in Nigeria, you must have heard, the fanfare, the pageantry, the razzmatazz that actually characterized his emergence. And one may be wondering, has he been able to live up to that expectation, going by the fact that he came on popular mandate, Chief?
Yes, thank you. First, I was around and participated fully in the election and made sure His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti was delivered. And I'm proud of the part I played in the election, both practically and in certain dynamics involved. Yes, for 24 years, ABIANS, they've been reeling in activity. Everything was just wrong. It was a period of mediocrity and putting round pegs into square holes and all that. So ABIANS yearned for a change. It was a period of impunity and mediocrity. So they just did it, and it happened. Dr. Alex Otti presented himself. There was other good candidates like Professor from Greg, well, he's equally a good man. But Alex Otti, because the Bible said if you are willing and obedient, so Alex Otti proved himself ready and willing, and ABIANS yearned for him. And I can tell you that it has been different, positive to the expectations of ABIANS. Alex Otti was like a player watching a football match from the sidelines, seeing all the fault lines, seeing all the mistakes, because the former team, when you pass a ball that you need a lefty to a righty, and what is he going to do with the ball? The one that's meant for somebody that will play right, to give it to somebody that plays left. So when Alex Otti came, he made sure these things was corrected. And you yourself, have you been to somewhere outside Abia state since Alex Otti became governor? When you tell them you're from Abia, what did they tell you? What's the reaction? They will hear, oh, Abia, you've got it right. Oh, you're doing well now. But before then, when you say you're from Abia, what was the reaction? You see, I don't fail exams because I give you sample, instant, what you're going to see there. So, from you yourself, from what you've seen outside Abia state, before, you're in Abia. Once you go to a place, it's death everywhere, the road, everything changing. Nobody needs telling you you've gotten to Abia state, whether federal road, state or local government road. If you're just driving on a good road, then you go, the road is not good, you're in Abia, but all those things are changing.
Well, Chief, when you said if you go out of the state, people will be saying, oh, you've gotten it right because you are from Abia state and all that. Many people here, especially those ones that have critical mind, they will say, well, how true could this be when you look at the issue of transparency in the governance of the state? So many people believe that, yes, the government or the governor may be doing one or two things right, but in terms of transparency, most of government activities, take for instance, award of projects, when you want to award projects, it goes through bidding process, you advertise, when you advertise, after you must have awarded, you tell the people, okay, look at the amount and given this contract for, and the company, and when it will be delivered. But most ABIANS will say, why are we not seeing this? Could it be a media hype that when you go out of Abia state, and people will be saying, congratulations, you people have gotten it well. But when you come back here, you see some loopholes here and there.
Okay, I'll be biblical now. When Jesus Christ came out, Messiah, and John the Baptist was still in prison because the Jews had a different conception of what the Messiah is from their eschatology. So they believe when the Messiah comes, nobody will praise, nobody will. He told them, John the Baptist sent people, said, are you the one who is to come, or have you come? What did Jesus answer? Jesus told them, say, look, go and tell them, the blind now see, the lame now walk, the gospel is preached in Judea. So now go and see that all the federal roads abandoned are being done. You can now move from Abia to Port Harcourt. Ikorekwe Road, you can now go there. It is now working. From Umuahia, even go as far as Anochukwu, work is being done daily. And you now see every road. Go to Abia, for instance. People can't believe they're in Abia. Places are open. You now move from Waterside, you go to Good Morning Emelogu. You see things happening. You go to the government secretariat, you find out that 8 o'clock workers are there. Even 7:30 they start coming. You find out that you're putting your document. Nobody. You find out that if there is a note, even from a commission, is suspected. You find out that if perhaps governor means anything, everybody keep running. Nobody keep asking you whether it was written with red biro, green biro, black biro. All these things have changed. You can see that yourself. So that shows you things are happening. I will come to the time about contract due process on that. I will come to that, but I just want you to know, to see for yourself what you are seeing. Look at the roads. And OTTI brought a new dimension to governance to show that it's not selfish. They think the previous administrations left behind. You see, this road belongs to ABIANS. I have to work it, whether it was started by Governor Kyo, Governor T, but I will do it for ABIANS. And nobody has done that before. It's not even everything abandoned. Then about transparency, let me come to that. First, in government, even when you're being appointed, me, I can speak freely because I do not take any oath. They will not take me in. But in government, you have oath of confidentiality. When government is working, you keep it. But I can tell you, bring any specific project, you will see other tenders. You will see comments from the due process recommending that person. Either his price is the lowest, or they are the people with the competence. You find out that, for instance, that Port Harcourt, a lot of contractors, Heartland and Co. fail. They don't have that equipment. You need a company like Julius Berger, a multinational with the necessary equipment that can even go on that down. These are people who even build tunnels. So they recommend, World Bank recommend, what would the governor see? Go and bring out any contract. And if you go to court, subpoena, and you will see the due process. You will see other people that tender that same contract, and you will see how that person got that contract. People just speak in isolation.
Does one need to go to due process to assess this? I mean, the governor sometimes commission projects, sometimes he flags off projects, and in the course of doing that, when you check other governors, they will tell you the process that they went through before landing that project to a particular contractor. And you tell us the amount, how it was bidded, and all that. But in this case, most people are not seeing it with the present government in the state.
Let me tell you something. A tiger does not prove his tigritude. A tiger, anybody you see coming, proving, telling you this, he has something hidden. OTTI is a man who rose from the ranks in the bank, from one bank to the other. In fact, banks hired him and rose to chief executive of a bank. And since he left, you remember, if you remember, there was a time they were even mooring the idea of even making him the CBN governor. But he wanted to be on the state, change the state where he comes from. If he wanted to be the CBN governor, he would have pursued it, he had a contact, would have been there. But he preferred being the governor of Abia State. If he wasn't a man of integrity, a man who knows what it takes, the world, and even before he became governor, he sees on some companies, even as far as Switzerland, all the world. So, all those things that he doesn't need to talk. You know, bankers, the way bankers are trained, bankers are like doctors. They don't just talk anyhow. They keep confidentiality. These are people who keep people's phone. OTTI cannot come and start telling you this contract is this bill of this. You have the Freedom of Information Act. Go, they will give it to you. He doesn't have to start working about it. Just like me now. I write my name. I have my case. I send them abroad. I've trained them. I've done that. I've done that. So do it. It's not necessary.
Okay, let's look at another issue where it has to do with the activities of the present administration of Governor Alex OTTI, and that should be the issue of salary payment and human capital development. I don't know what your assessment will be on this, because I'm sure you must have heard that some people, civil servants, said that they've not received the salaries. Take, for instance, workers of Town Planning Authority, ABSUT, HMB, and the list is just endless. If you go to ABSU, it's still the same thing. And you remember that before Governor Alex OTTI came on board, he actually campaigned vigorously, telling people that the issue of salary will be a thing of the past. Why are we still seeing this up to this moment?
Okay. The problem is that we've not been doing things right. In the last 24 years, before OTTI came in, due process, my people have a proverb. They said if a wicked act stays more than a year, then it becomes like a culture. People are not used to probity, to doing things well, to handling things well, to accountability. We don't do that before. And before now, every government runs on ad hoc. There's no proper procedure. There's nobody, even commissioners. Okay, look at all your commissioners of work. Like, this is the first time you are having a commissioner of work who is an engineer, somebody who was federal director of highways, who was in charge of federal maintenance agency, who knows, if you go to him and speak with him. We've not been doing that. You were giving commissioner, you were a slot. I can give MNK, oh, he worked for us, MNK, oh yeah, I give you slot, 3 councillors and 1 audit chairman. Anybody he brings goes. But now, it changed, and people find it difficult to chat about the salaries. Before, there is nobody whose papers are correct, who has done his or her verification that is being owed salary. These are people, the process with which they were employed was not clear. I remember in the last administration, there's a particular chairman of local government commission or something, that the governor himself, the former governor himself told me one-on-one, he allowed him to employ 15 people. But that person took over 1,500 people. There, local government. Before now, you go to some offices that 15 people, 5 or 7 people are supposed to sit, you find 300 people on the list. If you say all of them come to work, there's even no way. What I'm telling you is first hand, because I confront people. The former governor, I told him, he told me, this man came, they need 15 people, whatever. Before you know, over 1,500, he let even remove him. And that same person even turned against him. Join another party to compare against him. Anything I tell you is something you will prove. I will give you instance. I will never be hyperbolic. I will tell you. So most of these people, they have not done their verification. They've not completed. You have people earning salary from 5 places, earning salary from car government, earning salary from the governor's office, earning salary from government house, and some are even abroad. Any salary, not even here. The governor says, I promised Abia people, I'm not going to distribute Abia money. I will account for Abia money. I will do this fully process. If you see your employment procedure is other, we will pay you. So that is just it. And I can assure you that let those people come, bring their letter of employment, prove that they were duly employed, that they went through the processes. The process of getting government job. My own son got employed in a federal agency. It took 3 months. Before them, you have to take the GMAT, you have to take 3 months process and procedures and test. Let those people come, prove they went to the government and OTTI is being ordered. And I can assure you, even if it's out of a regional commission, right then, OTTI is not one that look things. If you call him and give him a report, he reads. Somebody was telling me, say, I've not seen this kind of governor. I wrote a letter, I sent it. I saw the governor read byline and underlying, limiting, everything. It's a man who is thorough, but it's a man who hates being pushed. It's a man who hates being blackmailed. You can't harangue him.
Okay, so we're still talking about workers and their salaries. You know, upon assumption of office, Alex OTTI actually laid off some workers, claiming that obviously, just like you pointed out, that they were not employed, using the due process approach and all that. And we understand that some people who have done their verification exercise, completed it, up to this moment have not received their salaries, and it's running into several months, some 4 months, some 7 months, some 6 months. In such situation, how would you now address it if you say it's people who have not done their verification? But some people have completed that, but up to this moment, they have not received their pay. Chief.
Can you bring, I'm giving you a challenge, bring at least 10 of those people, bring their cases. I will personally send it to His Excellency, not even the Accountant General, not even the Commissioner, not even the AG. And I can tell you, they will get their payments made even with apology. If any officer somewhere along the line contributed to that, either like or anything, that person will pay for it.